Now at noon, this local home was sold for over $1 million, but the homeowner was not aware. He found out the hard way. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. The homeowner fell victim to a rising real estate fraud scheme.
3 people, including a realtor, have been arrested. KTLA 5's Omar Lewis is in Burbank with the story and how homeowners can protect themselves. Omar.
Glenn, Lou, you can imagine just how shocking this was for that homeowner to learn that he no longer had the title of this property here in Burbank. He also told police he never authorized the sale of this home located behind us here on Walnut Avenue. Yet, according to federal investigators, paperwork was filed, a loan was funded, and ownership was transferred, all without his knowledge or consent. 3 people are now in federal custody tied to this case. A 4th person is still on the run. Federal investigators say the scheme involving this Burbank home unfolded in late 2023 and early 2024. According to the FBI, the defendants allegedly used stolen identities of the real homeowner and a so-called buyer to fraudulently sell this $1.5 million Burbank property and secure a $975,000 loan. The complaint alleges they created fake IDs, forged signatures, falsified bank statements, and even used a fraudulent notary stamp to complete the deal. Prosecutors say once the loan was funded, escrow money was wired to a third party instead of the rightful homeowner. Those arrested include 63-year-old Glennis Cardona, a licensed real estate broker who operated an escrow company, along with Ivan Reyes and Arshak Akopian. The U.S. Attorney's Office just sent us pictures earlier this morning. Authorities are still searching for 54-year-old Basil Takriti, seen here, who investigators allege impersonated both the seller and buyer using stolen identities. The rightful homeowner.
Man, this is crazy. So homeowner had his identity stolen, and they're saying it's like 4 guys. 3 already arrested. They're still looking for this guy here on the screen. All in their upward of age from what they're describing, but they use they stole his identity, used that information, and one of the guys had an escrow company already, was already like a real estate agent, so he knew what to do in the situation in order to get the money as far as selling the home, and went through with the whole process, and the guy didn't even know his home was sold.
Owner here says that he was able to retain ownership of this property after hiring an attorney. But legal experts say cases like this, they highlight the importance of monitoring your property records online, which you can do there, signing up for county title alert services, and confirming any unusual loan or title activity immediately with your lender and local authorities. Back out here live, we can tell you that if convicted, each of these defendants face up to 30 years in federal prison.
30 years, man. So all this, and I mean, I'm sure this isn't the only home that they have done this with. There's no way that this is the only home that they've done this with, but you facing up to 30 years in this one instance. It's absolutely wild. Especially if you're in your 50s and 60s facing that type of time. And you came up off 900 and something thousand, 975,000, but you got to split that 3-4 ways. And it's no telling if all the ways were even as far as who gets what. And damn, but it's no telling how many times they've done this and kind of got away with it. But this time they just wasn't so lucky. But yeah, it looks like they went to sell this home. They found someone to purchase it, of course. And after the tax, they was given $824K. So they had to no, the sales price was 1.5. So they got a $975,000 loan. And it looks like that cleared in 2024. So he's probably been going through this for like 2 years, 3 years, as far as, because that was the beginning of 2024. So, probably been going through this for a while, trying to get everything together. He got a lawyer. He was able to retain the home. Um, but this is what can happen, once your identity is put into the wrong hands, and if they have the knowledge to do certain stuff, that anything is possible. So it's good that he was able to retain his home, but this just shows that it's all types of schemes and stuff out here. It's all type of ways that you could scheme and scam, and this is either in Burbank, if I'm not mistaken. It's out in California for sure. But those homes, I mean, that was a home that would more than likely go for 200, 300K in certain places, but it's a $1.5 million home out in California. And I'm sure he worked hard to get this home, and people are really bad people, really, because they'll sit there and try to scheme and scam and do under the table stuff to kind of get you out your home just for that money. But some people live and die by that type of stuff. So, but at 50, 60 years old, facing 30 years, definitely stupid. If anything else comes out about this, I'll look to update this video if they, get the fourth suspect. I mean, if he's smart, he's somewhere out of the country in a place where they don't do extradition back to the United States, and he'll never come back. But he's more than likely here, because it's kind of hard to move that much money if you didn't already send it overseas to some type of shell account or something like that. And they're just gonna trace that money until he's tracked down. But yeah, just wanted to kind of bring this here to my channel, because I do videos on people who do like financial frauds and real estate frauds or Ponzi schemes and stuff like that. Just got to bring awareness, man, to people. Investment frauds. So, but if you like this content, just make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Justin Paul. Peace.